The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
We're here with a wonderful singer-songwriter who's been a fixture in the Boston area, and she began her journey in 14, being a fixture on the scene. She's got an EP out, which put out in 15 called Notions, including Trusted. And, of course, she has a theme of no turning back, and we'll be playing one of her songs in a few minutes, including I Am Forever, Same Way Too, Fell For You, Trusted, and more. And, of course, you want this person to really just hit this out of the park from the New England area. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in the Boston area, ladies and gentlemen, the very talented singer-songwriter from the New England area and a fixture in the music scene, Kayla Mercuri. Kayla, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Mike. How are you? I'm very excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you on as well, too. So you've been in the Boston area, and you began in 2014. You've been a fixture in the music scene. You put out an EP called Notions, which featured Trusted, and you kind of got a theme of no turning back. And you also got songs like I Am Forever, Same Way Too, Fell For You, Trusted, and more. And of course, No Turning Back, that's one of your latest as well. And you basically just have been on the scene for quite some time. And before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started, Kayla.
Yeah, so I've been writing songs for as long as I can remember, ever since elementary school. So it's always been a really big passion of mine. And then in 2013, when I was going into college, that's when my music career started to pick up. And then in 2014, I started to release recorded music. I had found a producer out in LA. He was actually in one of my favorite bands growing up, so it was awesome to work with him. And that's kind of how I got started. I learned so much through those first projects. And then, as you mentioned, I released my first EP in 2015. And then in October of last year, in 2020, I released my latest EP called No Turning Back.
That is amazing. And what was that woman that precisely influenced you into what you're doing today?
Yeah, so I have a number of influences, especially musical influences. I would say my earliest influence was actually the Jonas Brothers. They were a big reason why I picked up the guitar. And nowadays I'm really influenced by Taylor Swift, of course. It's hard not to be influenced by her. And I love her.
Check it off.
Yes. And I love the sound of Billie Eilish. I feel she's very innovative and really changing the way pop music is done these days. So love all those artists.
Mm-hmm. And what was that moment that precisely influenced you into what you're doing today? What was that one moment that says, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my career?
Yeah. So again, the Jonas Brothers were really influential for me. I think, when I was in elementary school, middle school, I was really just writing little melodies to myself. And then once I was in middle school and I fell in love with the Jonas Brothers, they were really the ones that inspired me to pick up the guitar and learn guitar. I learned guitar the summer before my freshman year of high school. And then that's when I started putting my melodies to music and just kind of played around with that. And then it just really inspired my love of writing songs and just music altogether.
That's interesting. What do you base your lyrics on?
Yeah, so everything that I write is from personal experience. So music is really my therapy for me. I write a lot about situations that I just feel really passionately about. A lot of that comes from dating and relationships and boys and all of that good stuff. But also other aspects of life too, whether it be finding a job or, difficulties with friends or just, any type of inspiration, that can help you pull through a difficult situation.
Mm-hmm. And that's amazing as well, too. We'll talk about some of your music in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. We're here, singer-songwriter, the multi-talented Kayla Mercuri out of the Boston area here on The Mike Wagner Show. And let's talk about your Notions EP release that came out in 15, which featured a number of songs like I Am Forever, Same Way Too, Fell For You, Trusted, and Don't I Want You to Play in just a minute. And tell us more about the EP and some of the songs.
Yeah, so Notions was my first EP that I released in 2015. I got to work with one of my favorite band members. He was actually the producer of the EP. He flew out to Boston, and it was such a great experience. I learned so much from that. And then I kind of spent the next 5 years sort of laying low, writing a lot of music, taking in all the different sounds. And then last year in 2020, I released a brand new EP called No Turning Back. And that has been such an incredible experience for me as well.
That is amazing. I was going to ask you about No Turning Back, and tell us more about the EP and some of the songs, and what inspired you to write.
Yeah, definitely. So this EP, actually, I didn't even think, doing another EP after I had released Notions was even going to be a possibility for me. So this EP stemmed from one song. I thought I was just going to release one song, and then I ended up taking the next year and a half, kind of writing and working on my sound. And it has 4 songs on there that I wrote. And I worked with an incredible producer in Boston on it. And basically this EP is all about love, a love that you have for somebody else, but most importantly, the love that you have for yourself. So all these songs are really, really special to me and really important.
Mm-hmm. That's very important as well, too. And how do you describe your sound?
Yeah, so I would say it's definitely pop. I think that there are a lot of really just cool, innovative sounds in my music, sort of reminiscent of Billie Eilish, who's a big inspiration of mine, and just very forward in my sound, forward thinking. So it's been really fun to develop that. I was actually in the room with my producer every step of the way. We really created everything from the ground up. So I had a big hand in my sound.
That is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and play one of your songs, Don't Want You, in just 1 minute. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, and brought to you by our official sponsor, international award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of the book Missing, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. We'll be back with Kayla Mercuri and her song, Don't Want You, after this timeout. We are back with Boston singer-songwriter, the very multi-talented Kayla Mercuri here on the Mike Wagner Show. We talked about her EP with Notions featuring Trusted, also her latest release, No Turning Back. And to get an idea of what she sounds like, here's Kayla Mercuri with Don't Want You right here on the Mike Wagner Show.
There's no love no more. It's on the weekends when I don't hear from you. You got me questioning if what you say is true. Protect your friends' names. You're hanging with the guys. I never know if you're really in disguise, yeah. I know you pick and choose, yeah. What you share with me, yeah. It's becoming clear to me that you're not gonna be what I need, yeah. What I want, yeah. I gotta feel it from you. I'm sick of playing games. Yeah, I can see you right. I can see you right through. I don't want you. No, feels like I can't trust no more. What you do behind closed doors. Feels like there's no love no more. I don't want you. No, feels like I can't trust no more. What you do behind closed doors. Feels like there's no love no more. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't know. I don't know you. The way you talk to me isn't permanent. You're giving up to hold, but what's behind it? And thanks for making plans that you just can't keep. You play from far away, so you don't get too deep, yeah. I know, yeah. You're holding back from me, yeah. It's obvious to me that you will never be what I need, yeah. What I want, yeah. I gotta feel it from you. I'm sick of playing games. Yeah, I can see you right. I can see you right through. I don't want you. Feels like I can't trust no more. What you do behind closed doors. Feels like I don't want you, no. Feels like I can't trust no more. What you do behind closed doors. Feels like there's no love no more. You promise that you care. You say that you'll be there. And baby, you just might.
Yeah, right.
I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't know. I don't know you.
And that's Kayla Mercuri with Don't Want You here on the Mike Wagner Show. Where can we find Don't Want You and your other music at, Kayla? That's a great song, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, my music you can find on Spotify, on Apple Music, iTunes, SoundCloud, pretty much anywhere you can stream music. It's all available.
That is fantastic. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Kayla?
Yes, so I am definitely working on some new music, so you never know, I might be dropping a single in 2021 here and there. But the big thing that I'm working on this year is merch. So I'm very excited for that. You can find all of my merch and anything that is available. I have physical copies of my EP, No Turning Back, available on kaylamercuri.com. So definitely stay tuned there.
We certainly will do that. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career, Kayla?
The biggest influence would probably be Taylor Swift. I love everything that she has done and created, and just seeing her growth in her songwriting and her evolving over time has been really, really inspirational for me.
Mm-hmm. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
I would say to, no matter what difficult times you're going through, just keep pushing through. I think it's really important that, any difficult time that you're going through, you won't be able to have growth without the pain. So know that things always get better, and to just keep pushing through even though it may feel really difficult.
And that's very true as well, too. Once again, Kayla Mercuri of Boston here on the Mike Wagner Show. Singer, songwriter, very talented. Kayla, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or listen to your music?
Yes, yeah. So be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook at Kayla Mercuri. And then check out my website, sign up for my email, stay up to date on all shows and events, as well as merch at kaylamercuri.com. And be sure to stream my music on Spotify and Apple Music.
We certainly will. Once again, Kayla, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've been absolutely fantastic. And there's no turning back in your career.
Great. Thanks so much, Mike.